Perfect. All right, everyone, welcome to Tech Talks episode number 3. I have today a special guest, again, from Comcast Business, John Friedman. I'm going to tell you a little bit about John, and then we're going to jump right in. So John Friedman is the General Manager of Access Solutions at Comcast Business. He is responsible for the P&L and end-to-end operations of all off-net connectivity. His primary focus is on growth, working in close partnership with the mid-market and enterprise sales teams. That's actually where I know John from. And over the last 2 years, his team has doubled revenue. So welcome to Tech Talks with Holly, John.
Holly, thank you so much for having me. I have to admit, I'm a little disappointed that I wasn't Tech Talk number 1, but three is okay. And I'm just really glad to be here.
It was a tough choice. It was a tough choice, John, but I'm glad to have you in the top 3. So I'm glad to finally get you on. I know I reached out to you about this months ago, and I finally made it happen. So, but I know you have a lot of exciting things going on. So I really want to you find out more from you and share with our audience what you're doing and why they should care. So first question is, who are you? I shared a little bit about your bio, but what do you really do at Comcast? What does being the GM of Access Solutions mean?
So it's a great question, Holly. So historically at Comcast, we thought about customers that were in our footprint, and it was really, really easy. But as you know, as all of our partners know, customers' locations don't neatly fit into a Comcast footprint or an AT&T footprint or a Charter footprint. They're all over the place. And so my job is really to help our sales teams put together a solution that covers all of the customers' locations. And I partner with Charter and AT&T and Verizon to bring it into one complete package. And we can then provide our customers with solutions everywhere with one bill, one place to call, one network solution. And that's really my focus.
I love it. The power of one, right? One. We like to say one back to pat, not one throat to choke. But this depends on if you're happy or upset. But no, love that, the power of one, and that is the beauty of it. And I've known you a while, John, while I worked on the direct side. But in particular, based on what you've said, why is what you're doing so important to the channel? Now that I'm in the channel of the side of the business, and to our TSDs, into our partners who are positioning Comcast Business off-net solutions to their customers.
Absolutely. So whether the seller is a direct seller or a channel partner, I think they're looking for the same thing, which is what our customers are looking for. They want it to be easy. They want it to work. They want it to be managed well. And that's really what we can provide, is we stitch together all of these different pieces in combination with our network. And so whether you're going out to a customer who's got 10 sites or 100 sites or 1,000 sites, we can make it really, really simple for you. And actually our tools, because we're directly interfaced with all of these partners, can actually get you quotes really, really fast, probably faster than it would be if you had to go out and manage it all yourself, or if the customer had to go manage it all yourself. So think of us as the easy button. When you're in the channel, you're out there working with the end customer. You don't have time to be dealing with 100 different providers. We take all that away for your responsibilities and make it easy for you to sell and win.
I love that, the easy button. Good way to think of it. And you brought up a great point. So 10, 100, 1,000, I mean, it's scalable. And to your point, I know you've got a lot of agreements in place. So we've eliminated the third party in a lot of scenarios. And again, I know I worked closely with you on the direct side when you were going through a lot of that, and you've done a tremendous job in the past few years you've been in your role, just again making it easier for not only the direct sellers, to your point, but now on the side that I'm on in the channel, for our partners to be able to know they have a partner that can provide a solution, versus needing to set up some kind of hodgepodge, or like you said, go out and get quotes from different providers. So to that point, what would you say is really the value add on your side of the house when it comes to working with Comcast Business? Like, what is kind of our shtick of why Comcast?
Yeah, so it's a great question. So a couple of things. One, when you're working with Comcast, you start from our amazing network. So you've got all of our broadband locations, you've got all of our Ethernet locations, and you've got this whole ecosystem. And then we pull together all those missing pieces to complete the whole network. So I think that's a big part of the value add. I think the other parts of the value add are, particularly when we're working with our partners, we're in such an exciting place. We're growing. And as you said in the start, our revenue in just the off-net space is doubled. And if you're an AT&T or a Charter and you're thinking about, hey, who are we going to closely align with? You want to be partnering with people who are growing and giving you more business and doing more together with you. And so because of that, we get all sorts of interesting creative solutions that we can then pass along to the people in the channel, to our customers, to make it really easy to sell and win. And then the third thing I would say is when you're working with Comcast, you're working with really a challenger. And so we're not worried about, hey, we got to protect this base and we can't deal with our TDM transitions. We're going out there, we're going aggressive with new technology, with broadband, with SD-WAN, with fixed wireless. And we can just go out there and be aggressive and help you get the best thing because we're not worried about writing down our base. We're just out there to get new business and grow.
I love that. And as you were speaking, I was thinking I've met with some partners this week in particular, and they'll say, yes, Holly, when Comcast is an option, we definitely we think of you, we give you the business. I think I was really excited to interview you, John, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of people out there that weren't aware of just, again, how broad we can expand into markets where we are not the MSO and we're not maybe able to provide that cable connection. It's not our traditional footprint, but we still can, again, service the end user. So I hope hopefully somebody out there listening is like, wow, I didn't know that. This is very cool. Thank you for that, John. So I know we're wrapping up near the end of it. Any final thoughts, any nuggets of wisdom to share that you'd like to leave our viewers with?
Yeah, so a couple things. So one, I think you just mentioned, if there's one thing you take away from this discussion, it's that don't think of Comcast just for Comcast. Think of Comcast for the entire network. So that's thing one. Thing two is think about off-net not just as completing the network, but also as backup circuits, redundancy. As you all know, customers keeping their internet going so they can run their business, whether it's point of sale or anything else, is so important. And we can provide that true diversity at every site. And you should always be thinking about asking your customer, how are you thinking about diversity? What's your backup option? We can provide it all for you so it's not inadvertently not diverse if you think it is. And then the third nugget I would leave is you all probably have heard about Masergy. And so Masergy is a great, great complement to the Comcast capabilities. And so we've got an amazing set of relationships in the US, over 500 different people that we partner with to provide connectivity. And then Masergy has relationships in 100 different countries. And so you put together this great network, the great relationships in the US, 100 countries internationally, and we can really serve your customers wherever they are in the world with primary connectivity, secondary connectivity. You heard the Jody video, over the top services, and you put it all together, and it's a complete one-stop solution for your customer wherever they are. So don't think about Comcast as single broadband sites, single Ethernet sites. Think of Comcast as the complete solution that provides a great, great opportunity for you and for your customers.
I love that. That's a mic drop moment, John. That was amazing. And yes, we've been talking about. I know I personally bugged you for a while in this international play, and we love that we're able to now start talking about that and sharing that as well. So to your point, we as the world gets smaller from a virtualization standpoint, we can meet the needs of any of our customers. So thank you for all of that. So just really quick, something fun to share. I always like for our viewers to get to know the people I interview. So let's see, a great question. Where is your next vacation and why are you going there?
Great question. So I am really looking forward to going to Florida in a few weeks. So my nephew is getting married, and it's a nice time. We haven't had a big wedding all together since the pandemic, and it's so nice to be able to get together to celebrate. And just really looking forward to a little sun and seeing some of the family.
Awesome. Well, yeah, anytime. Florida's a great place to visit in the wintertime. So hopefully you'll have good weather when you visit. So awesome. Well, enjoy your trip, John. And again, thank you for being here today. I really appreciate all the information you've shared. I know our viewers will as well. And if there's interest, I really hope they'll reach out to their Comcast Business Partner Sales Manager, reach out to me if they're interested in learning more and finding out how we can help them. So thanks, John. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.